beginning and end of it really kind of is the feeling that John Newton, who wrote the song, I think that's what he was hearing in the belly of the slave ships by the slaves coming over, because most people believe that the tune came from the slaves that were in the ships. So we are finishing up 1 Timothy this evening. And as I conclude every book that I've taught, and I've been teaching over the last 15 years, I tried to figure up all the books that I've taught, and it's somewhere around 20 books of the Bible that I've taught the church over the last 15 years. And I always, when I start a book, have expectations of what I want to get out of it and what I want the church to get out of it. And I want to start with a question is, has anything changed in your life since we began the teaching in 1 Timothy? We've been going since January. And again, that's a question I ask myself, and I've been pondering this week. How have I changed? What difference has it made in my life? And the bottom line is, are we being transformed by the teaching of the Word of God? I want to review 1 Timothy tonight and look at some important teachings from this very vital book that Paul has given us from this epistle. And then I want to look at the final challenge that he gave to Timothy. But Paul has challenged us throughout this book with how are we to live the Christian life in a fallen world? How are we to live in this fallen world that we live in? How are we to make a difference? And I want to briefly review this. And Paul begins with laying a foundation for living the Christian life by establishing the legitimate godly leadership for his church. He began the letter by